Well, let's see what we're doing. Well, we have people there. Saturday morning. I don't know what it's like you, but it's finally got chilly here today in Washington D.C., and it's not from the Capitol Hill. It's from God playing with the weather again. Um, but I think there's a whole new way that you could get government benefits now that is better than it's ever been in my lifetime. And I've been studying this my lifetime, 50 years. And this is the most important opportunities, I think. Now they're happening because of AI. How this will make government programs accessible to more Americans than anything else that's ever done in America for trying to tell people about their benefits. See, the people who know about their benefits are the rich people because they hire people to go out and find them, and that's how I started learning about this, working for millionaires to find their government benefits. And they'd pay me thousands of dollars to do it. And after doing that for a while, then I got upset because God, the average person doesn't know about it, and these things, and their benefits also. So I've devoted the rest of my life to trying to help the average person find out about the benefits that they are eligible for. And I've been doing that for 20 years. I'm sorry, 50 years. wrote a whole 100 books on the subject and a bunch of New York Times bestsellers, and been able to support myself well with all of this, but never been able to get enough people to find out how to use these things. And because the hardest thing was not the application. The applications are easy, and everybody worries about the applications. No, you don't have to worry about the applications because most applications for what the average person needs is just 2 or 3 pages fill in the blanks. So never look for a grant writer unless you get an application and it looks like, ooh, I don't know what to do. Because there's 2 things. Then you go hire a grant writer, but you can probably get help filling out for free from the people giving out the money, and that's important. Now, up at top here, I want to give out 2 websites that everybody should know if they need government money, if they need money for anything. There's 2 major ones. I got lots of these I'm building right now, and I'm bringing out, building every day. There'll be a new one for different subjects. The 2 subjects I start with is people to pay their bills and debt, and the other one is government money. I mean, government to earn income, to start a business, and things like that. So the first one is Lesko, Lesko, loves, Loves, AI.com/business. So Lesko loves AI.com/business. Go there. And here's the other one. Lesko loves AI.com/pay your bills. Okay, so those 2 websites are where to start. Now I have others. I'm going to have it on healthcare and grant and things like that. This is and actually healthcare, fix your car, careers, and housing, and even home repair. So they're the ones we're working on now, and they'll be free for America. And my service that I probably now, I mean, it makes a living for me, but I would do this for free. But if I want to live in this country, I got to pay my bills, and so I have to charge something. But I'm very proud of the fact. I mean, I used to charge thousands of dollars because rich people will pay that. But now I only charge $20, and that's for leskohelp.com. So we only charge $20 there because I always wanted to have something that the average person could, pay for help. And this help is unlimited one-on-one help for anybody who has trouble getting their benefits. So anything you have trouble getting your benefits, I'll give you better information and help than any lobbyist in this town. because the lobbyists get laws made. What I'm a lobbyist for is getting people to apply to the laws that are already there, the programs that are there for you to apply for. And you don't know, and the government doesn't do any advertising. And the biggest problem with all this is that people run to Google to try to get help for these programs. And Google is the worst place to get help unless you have money. Google is great if you have money to pay for people to help you. But if you don't, you'll never find the people who give away the free money. All you'll find is people that want to get money from you so they could solve your problem. And remember, everyone in Google is there to explain to you why what they have to sell you is the most important thing in the world. So what they're saying to me is they're telling you what's good for them. So everybody in Google is telling you what's good for them. And you can't work that way. You have to find out what's good for you. They know how to twist words and everything to make you feel that what is good for them is also good for you. But you can't trust that. It's not coming from the right place in their heart or whatever. I mean, they got to make a living, so they're going to, the animal instinct is survive, and so they'll do what they have to do to get money from you to survive. But when you're in financial trouble, that's the worst place for you to go, because you're going to grab onto something where you hope that, you know, anybody who's a good salesman will get money from you, because that's what they're trained to do. And they do that very well. I think this is what America does better than anything else, is sell shit. So you have to stay away from that, but you don't know where to go. And truthfully, AI is the thing. AI, you don't have to listen to any of that yet. I think when this gets very ubiquitous and everybody has it, everybody's going to, the fat cats are going to learn how to make money out of this. And you'll have to, fight through all the people want to sell you something. So until then, it's pure. And until then, you could find only things that give you money. Now, and see that, another thing why that is so important for me, because the real magic in getting help for anything is what you do when you find the right place. The problem is we spend so much time trying to find the right place to apply. So 90% of the time, people spent their effort trying to find the right place to apply, because that was hard. You have 200 billion websites in Google, and there's 100 that you could use. You'll never find them. See, so that's why you spent all your effort and time and ingenuity trying to find the right place to apply. And by the time you get there, you'll have to go through so many bad doorways and everything, and people trying to sell you something. Oh, my West Palm Beach, yes, this is good for anybody, any city, any county, any state. It's all local also, and it's set up that way. Now, my free websites that you could use right now, I'm not going to charge anything for these. It's a public service that I always wanted to do, and if you need more help, then letsgohelp.com for $20 a month. You could come and join us. We have 15,000 members that help each other. Okay, so we help each other, and that's what we do. And so if you need more help, but I get you through the hardest part, is that finding the right place to apply. So you go to my websites, letsgohelp.com. No, Let's Go, that's the other one. That's the paid one, Let's Go Help. You want letsgolovesai.com / and I got two different ones, /business and /pay your bills. Okay, /business / pay your bills. Okay, so those are the two. Actually, I should put those in the chat on, and we're going to have all these on our website. So if you remember of Let's Go Help, actually probably in another week or so we'll have all this now. Here, but let me write them in the chat on Let's Go Help. letsgolovesai.com / pay your bills. And the other one is, and Lesko help, no, Lesko loves LOAI.com/business. Okay, they're the two. You don't need anybody. If you have that, you'll put in your city, and you'll put in states. Like I was just telling, so the government just decided that they're going to cut out food stamps, or make them, that's because of the shutdown and all this kind of stuff. They're not going to have money to pay your food stamps, to pay you food stamp. In 25 states, they're getting that so far. It'll probably be more soon. But if you go to LeskoLovesAI.com/pay-your-bills and put in your city, put in your state, you will find 100 organizations that will also give you free money in emergencies. That's 100 of them. And they're all there just to help you. And it shows you when you get them, you get everything you need. Not only does it tell you what they have available, if you're eligible or not, but here's the most important thing. It has all the contact information, and it tells you what to say when you call up, because it's best to call. See, this is what really this is the most important part of getting help, is how you work with the people who give out the money. But I couldn't even get there to try to explain people that, because it takes so much time and effort to find the right places to go. So now that we have 50% of the problem solved, now we could work on the real problem. See, most people never got to the problem, the point where you had to learn how to, talk to a government official to get the money. And you don't have to learn; you have to unlearn, really, what it is, what you believe it is, and that's what's important. That you just treat them like a human being, but we're afraid to even do that. So that's why we work on that. That's what you need. So now with LeskoLovesAI.com, you will have everything you need. It's a shopping list. It's like getting a list of, hey, here's the names and addresses and the contact information of everybody in your city who's hiring today. How do you like that? So you don't have to go door by door and say, hey, you hiring today? Hey, no. You get a list of everybody who's giving out money today, and they're all right there. So you don't have to waste time, putting in ads or following up on leads. Or you got them all right in your hands, right in the hand. So you don't have to waste any time, because that's it. People never even got that far. It took so long to find the right places, they'll give up before they found the right place. So now we got that down. We got that over with. See, only the rich people were able to do that, and that's what's good. So now that's all over in the problem of getting people the help they need, because we live in a country where they give out more help than anybody else in the world. I mean, because it's so big, we're the richest country. But besides being the richest country in the world, we create more poor people than any other developed country. So if you look all the rich kids in the world, so the developed countries, so that's all the Northern Europe countries and Canada and all that kind of people that have money. So there's about 35 of them. Well, we're number one in creating poverty. We're number one in creating poverty. And that's because everybody who lives in America, this is the bottom line. This is the last 50 years of growth in America. 90% of the people in America did not grow at all in the last 50 years. Everybody else grew. Corporations, they're making more profit. They made 350% increase in the profit. The top 1%, they made 250 increase in profit. The country in general made like 200% of the profit, increase in profit. But 90% of the workforce over the last 45 years only increased their wages by 44%. when everybody else were in the hundreds of percent, hundreds of percent. That's why 90% of the people that live in America are getting screwed, in my mind. This is why we have such a poverty rate. We're growing as a country financially, but they're rigging the system. They're not paying people. And then when we as a community say, hey, we should pay them, then say, no, I don't want to pay taxes for that. Because they're, what about your neighbor? What happened to the Christian ethic? Love thy neighbor as thyself, huh? No, it's marketing doesn't take that into advice very much. So that's why you have to get through, and we have the government gives out lots, and they give out lots to the rich people too, and I don't know why, but they do. People don't know how to apply, they don't know where it is or whatever, and it's there for you. It's an average of $18,000 is given out every year, to people living in America. That's $18,000 per person, okay? So if you're not getting yours, you have a better access of this, okay? Whether it's fixing up your house, getting better health care, getting out of debt that you owe the hospital or medical debt or any kind of debt-free expertise. There's expertise that's available. You can get free experts that are better than anything and they'll never sell you anything. See, the other experts that get your money, they want to sell you something that's good for them. But you have to find out, if you want to live and get the best out of life, you have to find out what's good for you. And that's the problem with capitalism. You only hear about what's good for the people selling you this stuff, not what's good for you. They may think it is, but I think we need to create our own businesses and not rely on corporate. Well, actually, I believe that, because you're not going to get your fair share if you work for somebody. They're going to take 90% of it and try to give the workers less and less. I mean, there's some good ones, I'm sure, that don't do that. But this is how the millionaires created their fortunes too, by starting a little bit. The immigrants that came here, look at every Fortune 500 company in this country. They all started from immigrants, because they were all immigrants. And they built it in Fortune 500 company. I remember one of the favorite stories is Sears Roebuck. He had a little trolley, went up and down the street selling suits, and he'd take the measurements and go and make them and come back. And that turned into Sears Roebuck, That's what, and the immigrants now, you see them. They're all the restaurants and everything because they know they can do better with their own business than that. My grandparents' generation came over here and worked in the coal mines. My father started a little business, and that got me through college and everything. And yes, I think that's right. And see, you could go now to the website, the AI, the Let's Go Love AI.com/business. Go there. That will show you 100 organizations where you live that will help you start any business you want. You don't need to make money. It tells you who to call, how to call, what to say, everything you need to make an appointment to sit down with people who will sit down with you one-on-one and help you start a business. Google's not going to do that. Everybody wants to charge you, right? You don't have to play that game. That's why don't even go to Google, because they're just going to get money from you. This system exists because we rely on their systems and told we can't do it, but we can, and you can help us. You're absolutely right, you can. I mean, I hate being controlled. And it's only about knowledge. And you don't know what's out there, so you don't know what to ask for. So what you have to do is keep asking. So that's why every website we give you will never charge you money. So you ask them. This is how you narrow down what you really need and who can give it to you. You narrow that down by talking to the people. You have 100 in there, and you ask them, can you help me do X, Y, Z? And if they say no, then you ask them, well, who else do you think I can call that may be able to help me do X, Y, Z. Because there's always options in life. I mean, and you don't need money to start a business. Some businesses you do, but there are other ways to do it. You're just not thinking enough. That's why you need help to expand your mind, to learn about the tools that are out there that will help you do what you really want to do in life. And see, if you do that, then you get to love, what I call love harder. You're going to love people more because you feel satisfied, you're growing, and you're giving. You're giving the best you have to the community. And that's what we all have to give. We have ourselves to give to each other and make somebody else's life better, right? That's why I'm 82 and I'll do this for 10 more years. Why? Because I see it helps some people. And if I could spend any time of my day helping someone else's life, I don't think you have a better thing to do. And if you enjoy doing it, well, then you're both winning because it feels so good to give. And particularly if it helps other people. And if you're giving the best you have in life, so you're giving that gift to the rest of us because you found something you love doing and you'll do it for free to help people, right? That's where it really comes out. We have to pay the bills first? I certainly do. I'm so happy to be here. Well, thank you, David. I am too, because my options aren't as plentiful as others probably. But it's important that people realize we live in a country that has all these options and opportunities, but they're not advertised. 40% of everything in our country comes from nonprofits or government offices, which do not charge money for anything. That's what you want to learn how to use. Now, unless you have money, then you go to Google and you spend your heart out. But I'm trying to help people who don't have money and get into the system and use the part that is there for them. This is the part that it is for you. And unfortunately, the rich use it more. I mean, why is every billionaire in Washington now trying to figure out how to make more money? I thought they were against government money. They don't want to pay taxes. So why they here want to get more money for the rest of us to pay taxes to give them money? Doesn't make sense to me. But they're all in town, and every one of these billionaires have made it with government money. I mean, Elon Musk, right? So he makes, I think, $6 or $8 million every day from the government. $6 to $8 million. That's incredible to me. Yeah. And he's trying to get rid of the government. Yeah. What he got rid of is the people that were investigating him. Now that's great. Donald Trump, he built his whole family empires all on government programs. Man, real estate business, that's all government subsidized. That's on Bezos. He gets billions of dollars from the government to grow his business. So that's why I'm trying to teach everybody in America that it's your America too. It's not just the rich people, because they learned how to do it. So that's two websites you want to know about. One is LescoLovesAI.com/payyourbills. Okay, the other one is Lesko Loves, with an S on loves, AI.com/business. Okay, that's it. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, David. So any members have questions? Yeah. Now, watch, we're going to make a lot of changes in there. And don't forget, we have every day, if you go up to the calendar on the left-hand side, we have 3-4 hours at least every day of people who are available free online and in video you can talk to and ask questions. So make sure you do that. Also on the left-hand side, you want to look at, I forget what they call it now. I gotta see what they call it. Okay, ask questions here. Okay, so with there, and if you want to start a business, if you want help paying your bills and getting out of debt, if you want to buy a home, if you want to launch a nonprofit, you want to help your careers, if you want cars and car repairs, or what happened to healthcare and healthcare, I said it. So we're going to have AIs for that. And right now, I just did another AI that's available. It should be available now. You want to do this. Actually, two of them. One is LescoLovesAI.com/homebuyers. LescoLovesAI.com/homebuyers. And the other one is LescoLovesAI.com/home repairs. Home repairs. So LescoLovesAI.com/homebuyers, and the other one is home repairs. It's plural. And go to those, download 100 organizations in your zip code that have money for help you buy a house or home repair. Now that's pretty good in my mind. And we'll have one soon for, what else we have? Education, careers, jobs, one for mental, dental, and prescription drugs, and one for cars and car repair. So how do you like them apples? Anybody have any questions on YouTube? Let's see if we can help some people here. Let's see, YouTube. Kentucky is fit. Let's see. Look at the chat here. Okay, those free government money programs ought to be closed to people like Trump. Yeah, yeah, they don't need the money. You're right. I mean, it's just stupid. How can start apply? Carolyn, one way is to go to lesgohelp.com. This is our service. It's a community. So when you join that, you join 15,000 people that help each other apply for these grants. If you don't have $20, then a good way to start is going to lesgolovesai.com/business. And then there's another one for pay my bills, okay? Let's see, what if I want to start a trading business? I plan to start LLC and focus on trading partners and stocks. Any kind of business, yes. So go to LescoLovesAI.com/business, and you'll see 100 organizations in your zip code that will help you start any kind of business. The system exists because we all rely on systems that are told that we can't do it, but they can. You're right. No one nowhere. Why have the last few U.S. presidents not raised the federal minimum? Yep, it's because half the country doesn't want to spend the money. Companies now are the owners of companies are getting what the people working in companies are getting nothing. This is the owners. This is the way. So the economy is growing, all to the owners and nothing to the workers. So who wants to work for them? I think we need to create our own businesses. Yes. And you don't need money to start a business. I got an MBA, and the first two businesses I used money, and they failed. Next two businesses, no money. You don't need money. You just need a customer. And the consultants and the mentors that I tell you about, they're all free. Yeah. So you don't need any help at all. You don't need money. They'll help you figure out how to do it without money. I'm homeless. I need housing. I've been homeless for more than a year because I can't find housing. I'm on disability and urgently need housing. Okay, I'm not sure if it's a Miss or Mrs. Mr. You can go to, if you can't download us, you just call 211, okay? Call 211 and see them help. But no, you're online, okay. Here, I give you here. If you don't want to download our report, The report I have will show you 100 organizations that will help you, and that's if you go to letsgoloveSAI.com/paymybills, or if you want to go to findhelp.org. That's another one, findhelp.org, and put in homeless, and you'll see, 100 organizations there too. Hello from West Palm Beach. Thank you, Celia. I need help applying a single grandma raising my children. God bless you. Okay, and grandma, what you want to do is go to findhelp, findhelp.org, findhelp.org, and put in your zip code and just put in children, and you'll see all the programs that are there to help you raise. Lots of help available. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm here from California. That works for everywhere, no matter where you are. No matter where you are. Okay, guys. Well, I gotta go exercise, okay? Or this old man's not gonna be able to get up in the morning. You gotta buy his book. No, I don't sell books anymore. And because nobody reads books, I'm already on your platform. Oh, great. So that's letsgohelp.com. That's $20 if you want to, get our help. It's $20 a month, and you get unlimited one-on-one help. So that's letsgohelp.com. If you want to get the download, the free download, I have two. One is for business, which is letsgolovesai.com/business, and the other one is letsgolovesai.com/paymybills. Okay. So you go to those two sites, and you don't have to pay me a nickel. How's that? She confesses the word. Please put it in the chat. Oh, here, okay. Let's go. letsgolovesai.com/business, and then letsgolovesai. letsgolovesai.com/payyourbills, okay? So get those two in the chat room there, okay? And members, maybe you want that too. They're all over. I just have a quick testimony from the following videos on applied tools to get help from paying my bills. I'm from Reliant. It wasn't easy. Yes, that's right. Yes, I felt relieved today when I received a call from Salvation Army that covered my light bill. One of the strategies I use is to be consistent and don't get, that's the only strategy you need, Annie. That's wonderful. So Matthew, thank you for the dedication and love to help people like myself. God bless. Annie, that's so sweet of you to say that. I mean, and that's what keeps me up now. Just you saying that, I'm gonna get up earlier tomorrow and see if I could help another Annie, and Annie, it's now with the AI, you won't even need to pay us $20. But it is, the help is out there. Annie is a member, and she just got her utility bills paid in Fort Lauderdale. And it's persistence, that's what it is. That's for anything in life. If you don't persist, ain't gonna get it. Because somebody else is. Thank you very much, everybody, and appreciate it so much. It's made my life so special these last probably decade or so of my life, but I love every second. And, thank you for that. See you soon.